Hey everyone, it's Natasha Alana and welcome back to Faith Fit Mom. Today I'm going to share with you 6 tips on what I've learned in my motherhood journey, so stay tuned. Alright, so I'm going to share my top 6 tips on what I've learned over the last 3 years in my motherhood journey. Being a mom is so rewarding, but it's exhausting. It is a roller coaster of emotions. And you know, there's some things that I've learned that I just want to share with all of my moms to be or women who desire to be moms. Like, you know, this journey is not for the faint of heart, okay? But just know that God has entrusted you with this wonderful opportunity to raise a human being or human beings, and so you really want to, you know, take this thing seriously. So I'm just going to share with you some of the top things I've learned. So number one, things are always changing as your child grows and they get older, especially the first year. Each month there's something new that you're learning about their development. You know, it's just always something changes. You gotta really roll with the punches. You're learning as you go. You know, there is not enough books or people that can give you a heads up. You know, you can get a heads up, but every child is different, and there are certain things that, you know, babies do each month that they should be doing, like hitting their different milestones. But you know, for the most part, you know, every child has their own personality and they're growing and developing and trying to figure the world out. But when you become a mom, like for me, it was a big shock. It took me a while to grasp the fact that I was a mom. Like I would literally say to myself, I'm a mom. I can't believe I'm a mom. Like, I'm really a mom. Like, it took me a very long time to really grasp that I'm a mother, and I don't think it really fully kicked in and I really like accepted it until like after my first year. Like I was in disbelief and shock. Like, I can't believe I'm a mom. I can't believe that I have someone to raise. Like, it was really shocking. So yeah, things are always changing. You got to learn as you go. You got to roll with the punches. And so just be prepared for that. Number 2, it is very exhausting. Whoever tells you that motherhood is like fluffy and a bed of roses, it is not. No matter if you are a single mom or you're married, it is exhausting. We mothers, we do most of the work anyway, okay? Whether you're married or not, we do a lot of the work, the bulk of the work. We are nurturing. By nature, we're nurturing. You know, we're very loving. You know, we don't want to see our child crying for too long, or, you know, so it is very exhausting, especially if, you know, I mean, I'm not going to say especially if you're working mom, because if you're a stay-at-home mom, staying at home with your child all day, every day, that's really exhausting. At least you get a break when you go to work. However, when you come home from work, you're exhausted. The last thing you want to think of is trying to prepare a meal, get your child ready for the next day, give them a bath, do homework, fix their hair. It's a lot, especially if you have multiple children. It's a lot. So I learned that, you know, motherhood is very exhausting, but you got to figure out ways to not make it too exhausting. So, I mean, I know like my first year with breastfeeding, and it was just like, oh my God, because breastfeeding in of itself is a job. It's a lot of work. You're tired. You're already tired. Now you have to get this pump and pump out milk, and you know, you might not have enough coming out. Like, that's a whole nother video on what my breastfeeding experience was like. So yeah, but you get tired. Breastfeeding is a very tiring activity. And so yeah, it's, you know, motherhood is exhausting, you know, but you try to figure it out and you maneuver and you try to get the energy from wherever you can, whether it be from vitamins or energy drinks, whatever, coffee, you know, you figure it out. So yeah. Now, which brings me to number 3, you become really crafty. You really try to improvise. You try to figure out all sorts of different ways to like really make your life a lot easier as a mom, because you know you're so exhausted, you're tired, you're so busy. So you really try to make smarter choices, make good decisions. You find ways to make extra money, whether it's selling stuff around the house, posting it on those really those cool apps like Let Go, OfferUp, Poshmark, and you make an extra cash. You use Ebates. You using apps to save money. So it's a lot. You know, you really become very creative as a mom, and you probably never thought you were so creative until you become a mom and you try to figure out how to do certain things that your kids, they just come up with the strangest things they get themselves into, and you gotta try to figure out how to save yourself some embarrassment. Okay. So as a mom, you become very creative, very crafty. So number 4, you really learn a lot about yourself. You learn how to be patient, because your children will drive you to drink. You just want to scream. Sometimes you want to choke them. My son, sometimes he does not listen, and it really, really gets under my skin, because you know you hear me. It's like, didn't I call you? Okay? And I ring his ears, and he's like, ah, yeah, because I called you and you didn't listen. So, you know, you really, you learn how to become stern, and you become more patient, because your children will drive you nuts. And so let me tell you, if you are not praying to the Most Heavenly Father to give you that patience, I mean, you will be... they may call a CS on you. Okay, so you really learn how to be patient and talk to your children with more love and interact with them with more love and kindness, because you just kind of, sometimes you got to reel yourself back and just kind of be like, okay, hold up, let me figure out how I'm gonna respond to this situation here. Okay, so you do learn how to be patient. All right, number 5, it's rewarding. Despite all of the other things that I shared, motherhood is very rewarding. It's beautiful how you start to see your children grow, how they develop, how their personalities start to evolve, and it's just amazing, like how much joy your children bring into your life, despite those days where you're exhausted and they drive you nuts. But it is very rewarding, you know, just to see, like, you know, the different things they're involved in, and their talents, their gifts that you are now, you know, allowing them to, you know, build up and, you know, be fruitful in. And so, you know, it is the motherhood journey is very rewarding. So, you know, you look forward to those moments. They bring so much laughter and joy. My son, he has a very interesting sense of humor. It's like he's one of those kids that he doesn't have to try to be funny. He's just naturally funny, and he doesn't even know he's funny. He's like one of those type of people. So I love him so much. He's also very charming, very affectionate, but then he also can be stubborn. But, you know, he's just a great joy. He brings a lot of life to the house, and your children bring a lot of life to your home. And when they're not there, it's like, oh my God, the house is quiet, and you kind of miss them. And it's like, where are they? We need them back. Even though it's like, we need the peace and quiet, but we don't want it for too long. So us mothers, we're like schizophrenic. So which leads me to my last lesson, is just God is always there. Just trust him, you know, ask him for wisdom in your motherhood journey. And I had to, you know, really be intentional about doing that. Really asking God to be with me every step of the way, in the good times and the bad, you know. And when we do that, he will relieve the stress. He will give us the answers that we need. You know, he will guide us in the way that we should go, and how we should raise our children and train them up the right way in a godly household, and, you know, so they could be prepared when they go out in the real world, when they're not by our side, when they're at school, when they're around their friends. You know, he'll give us the wisdom on how to teach them, so that when they're not with us, they will know to make the right decisions, right? So, and it's never too early to instill that in them. So, you know, having God in the midst of your motherhood journey is so important and is so crucial. And I really had to make sure that I was intentional on incorporating God in my motherhood journey. However, God wants you to call on him and have him direct you in every way, in up good times and bad, when it's up and when it's down, when your children get on your nerves and when they bringing you joy. And then especially in those moments when they're bringing you joy and laughter, those are the moments that you want to savor and really be in the moment, because your children grow up so fast. So really savor those moments. So those are the lessons that I've learned over my last three years as being a mom. I'm about to embark on my 4th year. My son is about to turn 4, and it's just a great joy. It's a beautiful gift. It's wonderful. And so I hope this was very encouraging to all my moms out there. I truly appreciate you all for watching. Don't forget, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you have any comments or anything that you want to share, be sure to leave your comments below. And also follow me on Instagram at Latasha Alana. I would love to get to know more about you and connect even more. I love having mommy friends, so definitely, you know, connect with me on Instagram. You can send me messages and we could just share and get to know each other. Thank you all for watching. I truly appreciate you all taking time to watch. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, bye. So right now you can go take time out to subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right, subscribe. Now it's time to subscribe. This is a great time to subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right.